Hey guys, Angelo here. First of all, I want to apologize about that video that was supposed to be up a little bit earlier, but here where I live, we had a big snowstorm by the weekend and we still having some issues with the power, some power outage, few times going in and out. And today I got 3 power outages already. And I had to restart to rendering and do all those stuffs on that for that video like 3 or 4 times this morning, and I just apologize. So anyway, that video today is a little update about the video that I did a few days ago about that HP Netserver. And well, as you guys can see on here is that computer that I got like a few weeks ago. It's a really nice computer, but they came with one processor, and the motherboard by itself has support for a dual processor. On the place was a dummy processor just to hold in place to the machine to works with one processor by itself, and it has a gigabyte of memory. So I got a new processor that came in yesterday, and I had already some sticks of memory. The funny thing on that machine is, according to the manufacturer, they only accept 2 gigabytes RAM of maximum. But when I put 4 gigs on it, they could see more than 2 gigs. And they stop at the 3.25, probably that machine by itself is a 32 bits machine, and they cannot go over the 3.25 limit. So on here, I did a little benchmark before I installed the new processor and installed the new memory. I have to speed up a little bit here because that whole process took like 17 minutes or so just to run that benchmark on it. And I think they run pretty well. Like I said, that is a Pentium III 1 gigahertz, and right there it still has 1 gigabyte of memory and NVIDIA 8400 GPU. The next step that I'm gonna do probably next week or so, I have to find where my disks, my installed disks are, and I'm gonna take it out the Windows XP that is installed on that machine, and I'm gonna get back to the Windows NT that I have somewhere here and install the original version and leave that computer as a server, you know. And as you guys can see here on 3D rendering in full screen, they came really slow. I got, I think so as 2.9 frames per second, but everything else seems to be really good for the machine of that age, you know, and all the benchmark, everything seems like decent for that machine. So as you guys can see here, after they run everything, I just have to skip it, test for the CD-ROM that they ask for, because I don't want to test the CD-ROM speed because that doesn't really matter on that case. But even if when I boot up, I accelerate, that video took a little bit until they finished that whole set thing, and yeah, and it took so long, so I just skipped there. But that's the benchmark with the one processor and 1 gig of RAM as was there. So as I told you guys yesterday, I got hands on the second processor, and I have 4 sticks of RAM on it. So I just put that computer on my desk, remove the dumb processor, and I install a second process on it that is the exactly match as the first one. I was lucky to find that. As I told you, I got for $5 on eBay. And a little bit of thermal grease Yeah, some people put a lot. I usually put just what I needed. That's a little trick that I usually use on any processor that I do it. And after install the cooling, what I do, it's a little bit jiggling like that, just to spread the whole thermal paste even all over the core by itself. So, and as I said, this right now I still have 2 sticks of 512 of PC133 ECC, and I got 40 sticks of 1 gigahertz. Well, sorry, 1 gigabyte. That is pretty amazing for that kind of machine from that age. Probably those memories on that time cost, how some people joke, you have to sell your kidney on the black market to get a stick of 1 gigabyte of memory on that time. Especially like those PC133 memory that's pretty old already. So after I insert all those 4 sticks, the new processor, the heatsink, I just plug the power to see if they would come up, and well, looks like soon as I plug the power, everything spins correctly and I could see the machine booting up. So I could jump up to just start to load the system by itself and test everything. So now the machine is booting with 2 processors, as you guys can see, 40 sticks of 1 gigabyte. And I just load, I speeded up the whole process, because if not, that video probably would take me like 2 hours almost to do everything. And after the Windows boot up, I have to adjust the camera a little bit on here. I saw that the Windows found a new processor and they have to restart and everything. So again, I just cut a few parts of the video, just restart the computer again and boot up to the Windows. And even after that second time, they took a long more time to boot up with 2 processors than with 1 processor. That's one thing that I said, wow, that's weird. So, but they boot up with no error, no nothing. And I said, well, that's a good sign. So I just want to check before I do anything else. Yep, I could see the 3.25 limit memory on it, and I could see that I have 2 processors right now. So I just start to again run a speed test on the second time, just to make sure if the things got better or not. See, guys can see 4 gigs and 2 processors, and I start to run the old benchmark again. The funny thing is, few things got a little bit better. Like you guys can see in a few minutes, the processing by itself for a few, like for the floating point and math, got a lot better. But when it came to rendering image like in 2D, as you guys can see right now, and especially in 3D, things got bad. I don't know why, but they was a lot worse than with just 1 processor. And I said, wow, that's something weird. So I let the benchmark to finish all the testings, and as you guys can see right now on the video, the floating tests for the processors was good. On here, on that rendering was really good, got a lot better. But when I got to the full screen rendering, things again got like almost stopping. I said, well, That's one thing. Maybe we have some bad drives or anything. So I kept the test running to the end just to make sure that was nothing wrong. And again, like I said, that hard drive test took so long. Even after I speed up all that video like 8 times, I think, so I have to speed up. And one more thing that I figured out on that machine, like I said, I think there is something on drivers, or can be the Windows XP itself, that was not like running properly with those two processors running at the same time. I want to do a little research, and if you guys have an idea or no, can tell me something, it'll be great, because has a performance I'm gonna show you guys in a few seconds that just that whole process finished, which took so long. Again, as I told you, it's unbelievable. But also that's a IDE 60 gigabytes hard drive in the old one. So see, I got the 131. Some things no got better, but some things somehow wasn't like too good. That I'm gonna try. I was trying to save that benchmark just to do something, but that's an old version of the performance test, and probably the website for that version is not longer, available for saving the results. Come on. Oh, I typed it on the wrong place. I have to swap the name of the file when I was going to save, because if I didn't do that, they're gonna erase the first result that I did before, and I saved. I want to compare right now both to see how things went through. And here we go. Finally, I could get that. Now, so let's compare how things went. And let's just load the other benchmark and see how things goes. As you guys can see, is that one. That's the say I save it right now for the two processors. See, down here, and also the new here, that one that was the benchmark that I saved with the only one processor. And again, the screen, it was like going, I only have 1024 resolution on that server, and I have to try to squeeze up. But as you guys can see here, I just want to delete there and just compare what I have right now and with the old benchmark. And there you are. See, something got better as a CPU by itself, but when it goes through the GPU or anything, everything is slowed down a lot. I don't know why. And like I said, I even tried to get new drives installed, run the test again, but everything was the same. And as you guys can see, before and after, everything before was 1, now it's 2 processors. Before I had 1 gig, now I have the 3.25. That's the maximum allowed for the 32 bits by itself. And so that's all, guys, that I'm gonna show you guys right now. And I'm gonna see what's going on. As I said, I'm gonna install the Windows NT 4.0 on that machine and see if I can get a better performance, or if the OS by itself can take an advantage on the dual processing. And okay guys, that's all for now, and see you the next time, and take care.